Hey guys, it's Kelton here from KA Reviews and
Aiden from KA Reviews.
Thanks for joining us. So in February of this year, 2020, Apple came out with their new iPhone SE, the 2020 second generation.
Today we're going to be reviewing the original iPhone SE that we all knew and loved, but has recently become worse.
It is the first generation. That's what we're taking a look at today. And yeah. So the iPhone SE first generation was released way back in 2016.
Apple's whole strategy with the iPhone SE series is that they take the outsides of an old phone and put it in the insides and put insides from a new phone in.
And not to keep going back to the 2020 version or going forward to it, but the 2020 second generation SE used the iPhone 8 body and stuck in iPhone 11 components. So Apple isn't making the iPhone SE anymore, but you can buy it used off of eBay or Amazon or whatever, and then the price will differ. If you get one, I do recommend you having Apple replace the battery because it is, their batteries degrade over time.
I actually have one, if you can see this, right here. This one's battery, I believe that it's expanding. Some of the batteries are just going to degrade, but some of them will also expand like this. Apple has a reputation of having somewhat cheap batteries, and they do tend to expand after they get kind of old.
And if you go into settings and go to the battery panel, you can go to the battery health, and then you can see the percent that it has, maximum capacity. So this one has 91%. So that means when you first get a brand new battery, it's at 100%, and then as it goes, it only has 91%. So now, if my phone is charged to 100%, it will show up, it's actually only 91% of the battery. So it has a really tiny 4-inch LCD display, and it is at 640 by 1136 pixels. Tiny. With a 16 by 9 aspect ratio.
Not even HD, that's insane.
Yeah.
Like, my S10 Plus that we're shooting on over there has WQHD, I think. Yeah, WQHD, which is 1440p, and that is, like, I can't even pick out pixels, and it's incredible. That's less than 720p, and it's, like, it's insane. My watch has a comparable resolution to it.
And get this. It has only a 60% screen-to-body ratio. It has an aluminum back as well as the frame, and it has a lightning port for charging, and get this, it has a headphone jack.
What?
Unlike phones that came out later than the SE, the power button is actually on the top, and this is actually feasible due to the tiny size of this phone. And then it has a physical home button, and that doubles as a fingerprint sensor.
Yes, and unlike the newer iPhones that have an actual button, it does not use haptics. There's actually a clicky button inside there.
Listen to this.
Moving on, this has the Apple A9 chip, which is your processor, your graphics, everything. It was released with iOS 9, and as of now, it's still getting software updates up to iOS 13.
And rumor is that iOS 14 will be supported by the first-gen iPhone SE.
Yep. The rear camera shoots 12 megapixel photos, 4K 30 frames per second video, 1080p 30 or 60 frames per second, 1080p 120 frames per second, and 720p at 240 frames per second video.
You know, I think that's pretty good in terms of just someone who's just going out and taking photos of their family.
Yeah, here are a couple good photos that the phones can get.
And here's some video footage from the iPhone SE.
Front camera, surprise, it's not great. It's got 1.2 megapixel photos, that's a tenth of the back-facing camera, and supports 720p at 30 frames per second video.
So I'm going to take a photo of these phones right now, using the SE, and then a photo of outside. And HDR was enabled for the outside photo.
Yeah.
And then we're going to take a selfie. Ready, Ethan? Cool. Alright, so enjoy those terrible looking 1.2 megapixel photos. This has a 1624 milliamp hour battery, LiPo battery. And like I said earlier, you probably want to replace that as it degrades or expands over time. Okay, conclusion time.
Conclusion time. Generally, what the deal is that if you are, like, a kid looking for a cheap phone, it's fine, but there are many, better deals that you can get for maybe an iPhone 6S,
an Android phone.
Yeah,
they have
or an
tons
Android
of cheap
phone.
options.
You've got much better options with an Android, but a lot of people watching this might be an Apple user, and they're addicted to Apple devices, and so they might not want to buy an Android. If so, if you're looking for a cheap thing that'll last you about a year, this is a good option. It will perform. It'll perform okay. It definitely won't be as fast or even in the same league as newer iPhones or Androids, but
or even the new iPhone SE. You know, if you really want something that's just a little bit more high-end in an iPhone and you still want to go on the budget, get the new version. It's definitely great if you're just wanting something super cheap or if you have some sort of a collection.
Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to check out our personal channels. Right up there, there's mine, Golden Gears.
And his is also linked below, and mine is too, and now you can see mine right up there as well.
And our videos will also be linked at the end. So, thank you for watching.
Stay tuned for more awesome videos. We've got a list of stuff planned for you guys, and we hope to further our brains.
And yours too!
Woo!
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. This is so weird.
Best outro in 3, 2, 1.